Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are on the. Oh, I get it. I can't control. Oh, wait a second. I got to bring down. Uh, no. No. You fucking goddamn fucking cocksuckers. No, you're not going to get on here. There's a bunch of these people out there trying to say you have malicious violence viruses on your computer. It's not real. It's a fake. It's all a fake, and they're playing the game, and they're trying to make this uh, part of their commercial. Screw them. Screw them. If you have that on your system, find any way to get them off. I am looking for a way to get these creatures off of here. And they're creatures. And they're interfering with business. And that's all they are, is interference. They're forced advertisements. And they want you to call them up and so they can lock your computer up and you have to redo everything over again. Look at this. I got ad by Browser Warden. Now, this system called Browser Warden, I have no idea who they are. I have no idea what they're doing. I actually have the a browser protector on here, and they're getting past that. I have no idea how they're getting past that, and they're throwing these ads up here. It says, "Oh, it's a free thing to protect you from being out there on the internet." Yeah, right. They're fucking monsters, is what they are. They're part of the problem of malware. Okay. This is published by G. Edward Griffin. It's called the Unfiltered News. If I can move it over there. Yes. The Unfiltered News from the Reality Zone, where political correctness is not spoken here, especially these creatures. Oh, I'm having so much delay and stuff from these creatures. They're just unreal. Anyways, this is for September 27th through October 3rd. Click on headlines to see full articles. Camera, speaker, star indicates article worth printing and keeping. Asterisk indicates an amazing something and a phenomenal that needs to be collected. Okay, here we got Obama's Peace Prize. It's broken up into Afghanistan, Libya, and Syria. There's no peace. He's a warmonger, just as everyone knew he was. Okay, and he's also distracting you with the news media, the MSM, the mainstream media, and saying, don't worry about that. The government can take care of that. The government will take care of you. Really? I don't trust the government beyond a fucking 2-foot stick. It's just how corrupt this whole entire thing is. It's corruption to the core. And if you're not seeing the corruption, you're just not paying attention anymore. And you're letting them stab you in the back and twist the blade. That's all you're doing. I mean, Star, this is to be kept. Don't you know? Ebola virus is a hemorrhagic fever. It's orthothermolecular. Doctors say that hemorrhagic fever are acute, induce scurvy that can be cured with vitamin C. Many Africans suffer from malnutrition or vitamin C deficient, which could account for the high death rate from Ebola. There are many recipes online how to make high concentration of liposomal vitamin C at home. Drug-oriented doctors do not recommend this treatment for reasons well known to readers of the Unfiltered News. Natural Society posted October 3rd, because they will cure you and they can't make money off of that. You're doing it at home on your own. You're not going to a witch doctor. Oh, did I say that? Yeah, they're witch doctors. And they're educated by these pharmaceutical companies, and they're evil because they don't know. And okay, what's going on? Anyways, another one, a star to be kept for future reference. Hong Kong protesters are outsmarting and evading Chinese authorities by using mobile phone apps called FireChat. This allows them to communicate without shut down by the police because it works outside the mobile carrier's network and is independent of the core infrastructure. We should be using that too, in case they try to shut you down when you're trying to send out police brutality going on, because these people in the police force are now being taught by Mossad agents how to be a police force in America. In America. In America. This is America. This is not Israel. This is not Soviet Union or the old Soviet Union, I should say. This is not Nazi Germany. You have to wake up and smell the coffee at some point here. Libya will bring charges against Thomas Eric Duncan, the man who brought the Ebola virus to the U.S. because he lied on the airport questionnaire upon leaving Libya. Or Liberia, I should say. Let me correct that. Liberia. About being exposed to Ebola. An estimated 80 people have come into contact with him since he's become sick. AP, October 7th. Video. Brazil. Brazil. Many candidates for public office are showing contempt for the political power structure in their country by presenting themselves as comedic figures or comedians. A few examples: a clown, a Jesus impersonator, Obama, and Osama bin Laden. CNN, October 7th. And they're doing this because they're trying to show that the entire governmental system of the planet is a farce. It's a farce. It's money junkies. It's one percenters. It's all this stuff coming down on you. And they want you to wake up and see that these people who are running for whatever office that are in the mainstream media are farces. They're farces. They're fake. They're actors. They're actors. I can say no more. U.S. A federal government database shows that doctors have received $3.5 billion in the first 5 months of 2013. $3.5 billion paid by drug and medical device companies to promote their products. There is nothing illegal about this, but it raises serious questions about the objectivity and reliability of medical advice from doctors. WSJ, October 1st. Let's go to the next article, if it lets me. The U.S. government has a large financial interest in an Ebola virus vaccine. You can cure it with nano products like colloidal silver. Shh, don't let them know that. Cinnamon. Cinnamon can cure that. Shh, don't let them know that. Okay. The U.S. government has a large financial interest in the Ebola virus vaccine. The Pentagon is contributing $140 million. They could be sitting out there and saving your houses and saving your lives and feeding you and all this. Okay. To a Canadian pharmaceutical company to develop a vaccine. Oh, another vaccine with adjuvants in it. Things that'll make you stupider and ignorant and less productive. Oh yeah, that's what they're doing. And human trials already are underway. There's stupid people out there already stupefied by vaccines, taking more of it, going, oh, and okay. The U.S. government also owns a patent on a strain of it already owns a strain of Ebola virus itself. Considering the potential use of the virus as a biological weapon and past records of the government convert experimentation on people without their knowledge, the implications of this development are chilling. They are. They're absolutely chilling. You should not take virus vaccines. Period. Take naturals. Take naturals. Shh. Take naturals. Natural. Okay? They're out there. Just look them up. Just look up natural cures for anything under the headline of Ebola, flu. Don't tell everybody. They may get the point that they'll have to rise up and destroy this pharmaceutical. InfoWars, October 1st. You just gotta wake up. U.S. Even dry ditches could fall under federal control. Dry ditches fall under federal control. This is how much they're trying to take away your property, your livelihood, to be a slave, to be a peasant on their land. And don't because the EPA is redefining what constitutes water of the United States to include any waterway, if polluted, would have a negative impact on the interstate commerce. The proposal is open for public comment until October 20th. October 20th, that's all you got. The bureaucrats who drafted this power grab, I have to repeat these things to make it soak into your head, because the fluoride and everything else, if you're taking it, if I'm not preaching to the choir, care little about public commitment or comment except to measure the strength of their opposition. State impact. Posted October 1st. You got to get a hold. You got to stand up and go to your window and open it up and say, I'm mad as hell and I'm not believing in any of this crap anymore. It's just... Oklahoma. Alton Nolan, after being fired from his job, went on a rampage and beheaded a female co-worker. Prosecutors are not charging him with terrorism, saying that the murder was an act of revenge, not religion. Others believe that he should be charged as a terrorist because of the method of attack and because he is a convert to Islam. Comment? Terrorism has nothing to do with religion or method of killing. It is an act of violence committed for political reasons or on opposition to a state regime. Nolan is simply a murderer. Period. And he should be tried as a murderer, not given these government key words of what their agenda is. He's a murderer. That's it. Washington Post, September 30th. He's not a terrorist. He's not none of this stuff. He's just a murderer. Period. I don't understand it either. It just blows me away. Video. Here we go. Video. UK Prime Minister David Cameron says that questioning the honesty of government officials is comparable to being an ISIS terrorist. Now, where does he come off with this? They are the terrorists. If they're out there supporting killing innocent people, people, they are the terrorists. And they're trying to point the finger at you. No, this cannot go on. The purpose of this remark is to pave the way for a crackdown on the internet. And that's all it is. It's a crackdown on the internet because we on the internet know what's going on, and the mainstream media is a puppet with the government puppets, and they're all doing this for the one percenters who want this to happen to get the mineral resources of all these other third world countries and bring it into their riches and power. Don't you know? We all know, don't we? InfoWars, September 29th. I mean, do I have to go through a dramaticness to bring that forward to you? Okay. U.S. The world's first human to be genetically modified will graduate from high school this year. In 1997, scientists injected 30 embryos with the DNA from a third person. These people are modified. And if they can go on with this, they will not be considered human to the one percenters. Therefore, they can be converted with no rights, no nothing, to be a slave to this primal, or the first genetic engineering, which was done by the Anunnaki. Oh, did I say out loud? Anunnaki came here thousands of years ago, genetically modified us to look like what we look like, kind of like them, not quite, and we're slaves. This is the new slave band coming on. Oh no, they're not. Okay. The children have not been identified, and it is unknown if they are healthy, because they just kind of mixed this together and said, look, we created a 3-parent creature, and well, you get the idea. No, if they are healthy. The FDA has since banned genetic manipulation of humans. But these people, if they mate and go out into society and mate, they will create a class out there. A class. Kind of like the Hindu class. You know, there's something diabolical about this. They will be allowed to breed and go out and breed in society. And over a period of 100 years or so, they will be the new class. Not better, maybe, but better slaves. Who knows? Who knows? Tech Church, September 29th. Okay, video. Albuquerque police officer Keith Sandy was caught on tape telling another officer that he was already ready to shoot homeless camper James Boyd and the penis 2 hours before he shot Boyd in the back last March. Sandy is currently on administrative leave, which means he is paid to sit at home while the investigation drags on. He's a hero to the police force. Aw, isn't that nice? KOB4, September 29th. Do you understand what they were doing? This guy was out there. You had to see the video. He was just living out in the desert. He wasn't doing anything. He wasn't plotting anything. He was just there. And they went out there to get him. And they shot him. I'm telling you, the SSRIs, the psych medicines that they're giving the police are working well, apparently. Are working so well that, well, they went and shot a person, and now they're going to be honored and everything for doing it. There's something wrong here. There is something very, very wrong with what's going on. And this shouldn't be happening in America. That's all I can say. In America, we don't shoot people first and ask questions later. That's what the Nazis did. That's what all the rest of them did. And these tyrannical governments that we're under. And we're under a tyrannical government, apparently. I mean, all I can see is tyranny is going on. And they're just playing this game, and they're just keep playing it. And I don't understand how they get away with it. I just don't understand. It's weird. Okay. What's going on? Hong Kong. Protesters for democracy and freedom to elect their own leaders has swelled the streets and resulted in 41 injuries on Sunday. Protesters claimed that the injuries were caused by the police. In the face of such huge crowds, estimated 80,000, the police have left the scene. They realize they're outnumbered and outmanned because these people could, I don't care, they're like ants. You shoot them, they crawl over the bodies of the other until they run out of ammo, and that's it for them. And they realize this. 80,000 people to, a claim of maybe 4,000 police officers, they're going to be overran and killed right there on the spot. So they retreated and took off and said, "We surrender." They're like the ISIS people and the mercenaries. You can't spend your paycheck if you're 6 feet under. Okay. Anyways, Spain, in a video, the government has asked the Constitutional Court to declare Catalonia's plan to vote to secede as an unconstitutional act. The issue will be tied up in the courts for years, postponing the referendum. Euronews, September 29th. And it will. They're trying to free themselves from the banksters, and that's all this is about. Our government is out there playing the game of banksterism. We're out there, not the American people, but our government, trying to help the banksters out. These banksters have got to go away. There's no reason that we should have banksters running the money system. It should be ran by the government. It's constitutionally, we should be running our money under the government and not the banksters. And that's the issue here. And not them. They're the enemy as far as the American people feel. Look at the votes, not on mainstream media, but on other things. And the government's involved in that, and so the government has a low rating. Okay. An Inspector General reveals that Susan Taylor, Deputy Chief Procurement Officer at the Department of Veterans Affairs, gave her lover a contract for $80,000 per year, and he traveled with her on government-related trips. Additionally, she fraudulently steered contracts toward an agency that vowed to assassinate the character of Jane Frere, a VA officer who criticized the method by which Taylor's office granted contracts. Isn't government wonderful? NOLA, September 29th. And it is. They are doing this to us, the veterans. I'm a veteran too. And they're trying to kill us off. Why? Why do they want to kill off us veterans? What is in their screwy real minds that want to do that, except they're being influenced by an outside influence? Therefore, foreign interest and stuff. Oh yeah. This is constitutionally against us. This is constitutional. Oh, it's a nightmare. It's a nightmare. Okay. Here we go. Video. After 7 hours of debate, UK Parliament agreed to bomb ISIS in Iraq. The government has committed the bombing for the next 2 or 3 years. Syria likely will be the next target, UK target. They're going after ISIS. ISIS is running into Syria. Syria is getting bombed now because that these mercenaries are running in there. And that's what they are. They're paid mercenaries. There's proof that our government in America is paying for these bastards, and they're going in there. And this is just not right. It's wrong. It's just wrong. U.S. A Federal Reserve Bank examiner reveals secret tapes showing that the government regulators are afraid of the banks and are only going through the motions of regulating them. The whistleblower, Carmen Segaria, was overseeing Goldman Sachs when she was fired after filing a damning report on their many conflicts of interest. Daily Mail, September 27th. And there you go. There's another example right there. Another example of what's going on. Do you see what's going on? Have you waken up yet? This has been going on for a while. I hope I'm not preaching to the choir. I hope I'm getting new people to listen and understand. Okay, I just lost control of my window. They shut me down. I can't go on. I must have said enough. That's enough. You can't say no more. Video. Syria civilians and children are among the first victims of U.S. airstrikes. I'll keep going on, even though I can't move the page on. Targets include residential buildings far away from ISIS groups. The Pentagon says it will investigate. Sure they will. CNN posted September 27. I still can't move. I still can't move the page. It's locked. Why? They crashed it. The page has been crashed. I mean, I can probably try to reboot it, but it's not even allowing me to do that. It doesn't even say it's crashed anymore. That's what's getting me. Ah, here we go. And it's still not moving. Last week, the Pentagon announced that it was not only going to bomb ISIS in Syria, but also was going after new terror groups called the Khorasan, calling them the imminent danger to Americans. This analysis shows that the Khorasan served as a cover for attacking al-Nusra and to cut public debate short. Since then, serious questions have emerged about the urgency of the action and even the existence of the Khorasan. It is beginning to feel a bit like the official backtracking we saw as information gradually became public about the real events in Benghazi. Vanity Fair. Vanity Fair said September 29th. And I still can't move the page. It moved down on its own. Oh, wait, I can go up. There we go. Let me go back up to where I was. Oh, okay. I got control back. Dr. Paul Offit frequently appears in mainstream media as a vaccine promoter. He has said an infant could safely be given 10,000 vaccines at one time. Offit holds a patent on the vaccine called Rotaquat. This vaccine contains a live simian retrovirus, SV40, cancer-causing agent that has been injected into millions of children who now are at risk of lifelong health injury. Retrovirus can be passed from one generation to another genetically, so this genetic modification now are permanently in the human gene pool. They're trying to keep our lifespans from expanding. Because they start to expand, we start to wear off from what the Anunnaki did to us. I'm not going to go on about that, but they're working with them. They're coming back around. And it's a 3,600 year thing. And they're trying to keep us from becoming like them, living thousands of years. Never mind. It's an off topic. Okay, Green Med Info, September 27. U.S. defense contractors are making a killing as a result of the new wars in Syria and Iraq. Stock prices on top of U.S. weapon manufacturing companies skyrocketed. U.S. is blowing through tens of millions of dollars in munitions per day. Smart bombs cost $250,000 each, and Tomahawk missiles cost $319,000 each. Obama's wars generously fund the military-industrial complex that supports them. The U.S. is currently spending $1.3 billion per week in Afghanistan. Congress recently gave Obama an additional $26 billion that he didn't even ask for to add to his war chest for a total of $85 billion. When this guy gets out of office, he's going to be worth $85 billion. Do you see where Obama is coming from? You people out there, the people of the same race as Obama, do you see that you're not getting a penny of that? That he's getting it all? He's going to be $85 billion richer and you're going to be poor? You're not paying attention. Intercept Post, September 27. Stan Monteith, host of Radio Liberty, passed away at the age of 85. Give a moment of silence. Stan Monteith was a wonderful talk show radio host. He was a brilliant man. Stan Monteith. He was a great man. I listened to his radio shows. I knew he was getting near his end because he started getting really, in his voice and stuff. And I just knew that it was just a matter of time. 85 years old. He will be remembered for his dedication to truth and his many contributions to the freedom movement. One of his final interviews can be heard in this tribute. InfoWars, September 29th. Oh, I'm going to miss Stan. Stan was a great person. Thank you, Stan, for being with us. And my page is stuck again. I can't seem to move my page. I go right here and I try to move it and I'm getting okay, the page just disappeared. It went to my email page where I get this from and it just died. And I thank you, the evil ones out there that are doing this. It must be nice to be evil and have all that money to be able to do this over the internet. Must be great. Okay, here we go. I'm back again on the page. I had to reboot the page because they killed it. And no, it's not what it seems. These trucks painters are amazing, and they keep doing amazing work on the truck. Let's get on to the news. It's more important. The U.S. Army is saying that ISIS has urged its sleeper cells inside the U.S. to kill family members of American soldiers in their homes. Skeptics say there is no evidence that this is a serious threat. They believe that it may be a psychological ploy to generate intense emotional support for the U.S. military action in the Middle East. October 2nd. And it's true. They are doing this stuff. There's nobody going to nuke a town, nuke a city except Israel if they're going to, we turn against them as our government. And they got bombs planted everywhere, and that's what I believe. And it's not going to be any of these Israelis or I mean, the Israelis are going to do it as a government, not the Israeli people. and it's going to be the no, not the Muslims, not the Islams. They're too poor to do this. Israel's well financed, as you know, or you should know. We give millions of dollars a year. They got all the money. They're the ones that want to take over the entire region and call it our region. We are gods, and that's what they're wanting to do. And anyways, video: James Colbert and James Evan Palato discuss the upcoming movie Killed a Messenger, which is a true story of journalist Gary Webb. Webb was presented by the media and the CIA in the 1980s because he exposed the CIA's crack cocaine trafficking operation that raised millions to support their covert operations in Central America. The Colbert Report, October 2nd, and that's true. It was called Air America. See the movie. Anyways, the movie was a script done by the CIA. And it was made into a movie to see how it would work out. Anyways, Star. Global warmists are claiming that the gathering of a huge herd of 35,000 walruses at Point Lay, Alaska, and the resulting deaths by stampeding are caused by, you guessed it, a lowering of ice levels from global warming. Dr. Suzanne Jane Crawford, a zoologist with more than 35 years' experience, scoffs at the idea, pointing out that this has happened before and has nothing to do with climate change. He says that these theories are self-serving, unscientific, and nonsense. Polar bear science, October 1st. And it is. These creatures do this every so often. They go up there. But somebody in the global warming saw it and said, look, we can use this. We can say that these creatures are running from, they're running from the ice. Maybe that's what they're running from. The global cooling, not the global warming. Anyways, that's my idea, and I'm sticking with it. Last week, Pentagon announced that it was not only going to bomb ISIS in Syria, but also going after new terrorist groups called Harasian, calling them the imminent danger to Americans. It's cuckoo. This analysis shows that the Harasian served as a cover for attacking al-Nusra and to cut public debate short. Since then, serious questions have emerged about the urgency of the action and even the existence of the Harasian. It is the beginning to feel a bit like the official backtracking we saw in information gradually becoming public about the real events in Benghazi. They repeated that twice and with a little more effort. Okay, here we are. The great photos of the week. Christmas berries with droplets and raindrops that are causing this effect. It's amazing. Humor this week. A musician was working on a cruise ship and after looking at the numbers, there is no way we can afford a cat. The dog in the family. The dog. Okay, here's what we have this week. Do they want an Ebola plague? In the Unfiltered forum, they're asking the question. No chemtrails in Las Vegas. That's kind of rare. I've seen them there. Republicrats, no independence, yes. And there you go. That's it. And I hope you keep an eye on the Federal Reserve, a discourse by G. Edward Griffin, a book written after the Creatures from Jekyll Island, over-the-counter natural cures. I mean, this is all these books on the side. Dead Wrong, how psychiatric drugs can kill your child. And, just check out this entire page. I'll have a link to it. There's no doubt. I always do. I have a link to this page for this month. I don't really go out of my way to put a page out otherwise. Ad by Broward Warden. I have no idea where that came from. It's not part of his page. I would deny that. And they're advertising on it. And it's not me. I do not support them. I want to find out how to get rid of them. That's the whole thing. Okay, until next time. I want you to be good. I want you to be good at it. I want you to go out and protest against all this rotten, horrible evil that's going on out there, because I just read it over to you. I gave my comments to it because I've been doing my research in the background, and we got to stop it. We got to stop government from saying they're God and we're just the slaves, the peasants, to all this. Until next time, be good or be good at it, and good day.